Hi everyone, Terry Carls here. Dina had asked me if I would be kind enough to talk about the open source college success textbook that is fully online, since we are looking at the possibility of adopting a second book or maybe just using this as a possible resource. The College Success Online book was published in 2015. Students can download the entire book in multiple formats, such as a PDF, a Kindle, an EPUB. It's fully accessible as a PDF. I actually had it reviewed by OSD to make sure. Students can read online by clicking on the chapter and the subheadings. So I opened up the online textbook, and you can see here is the list of chapters. Right. It's available in multiple formats. I'm going to go ahead and click on this and open it up for you. And here you can see again all the chapters, and you can either download the whole thing, right, maybe as a PDF or an EPUB, or if you got a Kindle, you can download it on your Kindle. You could choose to read it in its entirety online, or if you want to, you can just click through the chapters. I think you can see by looking at the chapter there is a lot of content in here that would maybe directly relate to our course. For instance, who are you, relating to your college experience, staying motivated, metacognition, listening, note-taking, and remembering. I seem to remember that was a big discussion, was us having additional content to support the preparation P. Reading, test taking, interacting with instructors in classes, writing, social work of college, health, finances, and your future. I know that many of us may have concerns about the writers of the textbook. Although they wish to remain anonymous, I did look, and you have a PhD from UCLA, MS from Minnesota State. Whoops. Sorry about that, I tapped the button too quickly. You can see there's writing experts, education consultants, educators, so it looks like the authors are well credentialed. It has also been reviewed by peers, so 23 universities and community college professionals have been reviewers, including someone from Miami-Dade who teaches courses similar to student success and student development. Again, here's a list of all the different chapters. Again, I really think that a lot of these would be applicable to our particular students. What I like about the chapters is that they are laid out very much like a traditional textbook. So the chapters include learning objectives, activities for the students to do. What's really cool about this book is it does have connections to what they call the real world. So you can try to help our students make connections to what they're studying in school, right, to future careers and how this is actually going to translate to the real work. They have key takeaways at the end of the chapters, and also checkpoint exercises where they get to make that personal connection. So I opened up one of the chapters. It's really easy to navigate. You have a table of contents over here. You can go home. This was online reading, so I did not download this. And you can see that it does have learning objectives, having students help think about what is their plan, how long do they anticipate being in college, etc. So they're making the connection to themselves personally. A nice little values assessment. There's lots of little assessments throughout this online textbook. And I'm just going to kind of scroll through here a little bit so you can see it. Again, learning objectives, photos, etc. And remember, these are all, this whole textbook is fully accessible for students who have maybe vision impairments. So we'll continue to go through here. So I don't want to spend a lot of time going over this, but I think they have some really good content. We can use this open source content as is, which means we can use the material as it is published. We can use the entire book, we can use specific chapters, We can use portions of the chapters, but we also, because of its licensing, the open source with the attribution for non-commercial share alike, this license lets us take any of the content, remix it, tweak it, build upon it, as long as we don't try to sell it, and as long as we give credit back to the original authors, and we license our new creation under identical terms, which means we allow it to be shared with anybody, redistributed, anybody can use it, any format that we want to redistribute it in, and that we leave the adaption attribution on there so other people could build on our work should we want to make this public. I double checked with the librarians on the attribution, and they were in full agreement that this was fully customizable for us. What I like about this is it's in line with Valencia's instructional materials policy, where they're asking faculty and academic departments to look into the development, adaptation, and review of open access textbooks, in particular for high enrolled general education courses, which we now are. It's free, again, fully accessible PDF version. We can pick and choose, it's customizable, as compared to all the publishers that are doing their show and tell for us. We do not need to sign a contract, as the textbook is open source. We could use it as a resource, not an adoption. And just so you know, my understanding and the understanding from the NSC Curriculum Work Team as we looked at textbooks was that if we adopt a book, full-time faculty do not have to use it, but all adjuncts will be required to use it. So that's, could be very costly to our students if we use it as a resource source such as this. Access is fully allowed by all adjuncts. They can pick and choose what they want, but nobody will be required to use it.